I have no way to express myself of what I'm experiencing right now. So I'll just tell it in writing. I guess talk is cheap. Anyway, what I'm about to tell you may favor him. First things first. My name is, well, let's just call me Jake. If you knew my real name, then it would also favor him. So might as well just not give away too much information. On with the story. I was in my bedroom 2 weeks ago on this day, and I was feeling sick. Not like a cold or a fever or anything, because this was worse. That was why I was in my room, of course. I didn't know why. I haven't seen him yet, but I felt his essence. Not his presence, no, it felt like him, but something told me it wasn't him. That was when it first began. The next day, my kids were so interested in playing in the forest that we left behind, and they never or ever wanted to go outside because of the lazy kids they were. But for some reason, they wanted to go to that forest so bad, I caught one sneaking out at night. So the next day, I let them play, and they did. They were in eyesight, my wife and I's eyesight, for 5 hours straight, playing tag and playing army, building forts, and what kids do. Kids normally do whenever they play outside, but then when they went out of eyesight, deeper in the woods, it was getting dark. It was about 5:30 p.m., and it was winter at the time, and it was getting dark. So after 30 minutes, my wife got worried that they haven't gotten back yet, so I insisted on going in with or without her. She told me that if her kids are in trouble, whoever is keeping them or taking them will feel the wrath of a loving mother. She went, and I waited and waited. Minutes turned into hours, hours turned into days. I think I waited 2 days in my room, sick. She nor my kids came back, and when I put two and two together, I realized that they are no longer with us. I was saddened by this, of course, but I didn't have the strength to mourn their deaths, so I stayed in my room sick, with my window open. That night I stayed up until 12 a.m., and I felt even worse. But 5 minutes later, I saw something that it appeared to be wearing a hood. It was not him, but this thing was giving off his sickness. Why? I could only see what appeared to be a dark gray hoodie. It had its hood on its head, so I couldn't see its hair. That's when it turned around and saw what appeared to be a black mask. It had a neon orange on it, and what appeared to be a frowning face. I couldn't see any hair. I couldn't understand why this person seemed to have his essence around him, but then I started guessing. Why would he need other people or other animals? Maybe he needed them to do things that he couldn't. But why would he? He has capable hands, many to be exact. They can extend at will. He can walk, even teleport. If he has supernatural powers, and why would he need other people? And that drove me to the conclusion that he must be weak. I mean, even a supernatural entity has to be nerfed, am I right? Anyways, all casually to the side, he stayed there. I think he was aware that I was looking at him until an hour later when he just thought I was asleep. He appeared to be scoping out my room, just moving his head from side to side. He did this for 3 hours, and I was still so sick in my bed, just laying there. There was really nothing in my room at the time, so why was he looking around so much? Was he looking for something? Into this day, I still wonder what he was looking for, but the sun came out at around 7 o'clock in the morning. I felt like I was watching him all night, but I must have lost track of him somehow during the night, because I wasn't there at my window when the sun came out. I became paranoid all day, and I was exhausted and still had a little bit of sickness left in me. If you are questioning why I'm referring to the Slender Man as him, it's because I hate saying his name. Even writing it just gives me the chills, so I went through my day, made coffee to wake myself up. I decided not to be a baby and went outside the edge of the woods to see if there was any evidence of my family being taken away. There wasn't. I didn't bother calling the authorities because I knew whatever took them will come for me. I turned from the forest edge to walk back home, but then I felt so weak. I got on my knees and turned to the forest I saw the hooded man again. After a few minutes of closer inspection, I saw that he had white hair behind the mask, but that was least of my problems. I got the strength again to stand, and in came the symptoms. Hallucinations of my family saying, "Turn around." I was getting drowsy, dizzy, you name it. But whenever I tried to look behind me, the hooded man just kept shaking his head. I listened and inched toward him at the same time. When I got to where he was, he backed into the dark of the woods. I couldn't spot him anymore, but I found a piece of paper on the tree in front of me. It consisted of the sentence, look at the ground. Keep looking at the ground, no matter what. When you feel his presence, close your eyes and stop. Let him mark you. I will tell you what to do next. Hoodie. I did it, and I looked at the ground. I felt him, but I didn't get as sick as before. I closed my eyes, and I felt a sharp pain coming down my right arm to my wrist, and then stopping at the back of my hand. Once the pain stopped, I opened my eyes, feeling as energetic as ever. But after a few minutes of what felt like months, I blacked out. I woke up on my living room couch. I sat up and saw the hooded man closely. He was sitting across from me with the phone in his hand. He just pointed to the other one sitting right in front of me. I picked it up. It was an iPhone, just a first-gen iPhone. It was in the Messages app. He talked about only communicating by this whenever we were outside of camp. He also explained a lot of things about being a proxy and what it meant and some other stuff that I cannot talk about. We had an hour-long conversation, and I can't tell you a lot about it, but he told me that today, the day I'm writing this, is the last day in my home. He said I have to find a disguise, give myself a nickname, and make sure I am ready and committed enough that I will be confident about what's about to happen. So I got to go soon. You may never hear from me again, but then again, you may see me for the first time. So I have joined the other 6 proxies in my honor of the Slenderman. I declare myself Stalky. I will see you later. Maybe now, maybe tonight, maybe in a month, a year. I will see you. I work for him now. I am the 7th proxy. See you.